This is the FAB Variant. Key works. You can see the cuts for the sidebar or the finger pins. I will talk about them later if I get this picked. Right, so let's start. There are 6 barrels on the top with countermilling, so little to no feedback from beginning. You just get as many clicks as you can before you start hearing something decent. I'm using this shallower hook just to lift those barrels somewhere, and after I do that I switch to a steeper hook and hopefully start hearing those sharp barrel clicks. Okay, something's happening already. Yeah, that's the sound I like. It's the sound that will haunt me in my dreams. Those sharp clicks of barrels. They just keep on giving. Unbelievable. Is that all? From the top. Seems like it, but you never know with these barrels. I think you have set them all and then all of a sudden you get more these double clicks. I don't know where it comes from. 1 is good, 2 is good, 3 as well, I guess 4 as well, 5 and 6. Okay, well, let's take a shot at the sidebar. So it's basically a twin combi sidebar where you have to rotate and lift the finger pins. And this lock does a pretty good job at frustrating you. Okay, so I've rotated number 1 away from me. Number 2. So these 2 should be fine. Now number 3 is in neutral position, so I'm not gonna touch him, I'm just gonna lift him a little. And now I need to wedge myself between 4 and 5. Come on. It's really easy to get lost in this mess. 2, 1. Come on, 1. 2. No. 2. Dude, really? Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to rotate number 4 towards me. There. And I also need to rotate 5 away from me. First I need to get there somehow. Maybe I already did, I don't know. Sometimes you just do it and you don't even know. Okay, let me try again. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Keep on slipping from 5. He already rotated. Maybe he is. Maybe now. Thing about those finger pins is that you need to lift them all over again. They just keep dropping a little bit. They just play games with you. That's what they do. 2. Number 5 is giving me a headache. I'm not sure if I rotated him properly or if I rotated him at all. Well, this wasn't very convincing, but maybe I did something. 2 is good. 3 should be good. 4, 5. And now I just have to keep on lifting those finger pins until this happens. Nice. Lock is picked. Good. Happy about this. Alright, let's get this guy got it. And I will show you what's inside. I think it's the best lock from FAB. When I first got it, this lock, I was extremely surprised about what I found inside. It's definitely their best lock. Alright, let me clean up this mess. Alright. It has this typical fat ASSA circlip. It's no wonder, because this is basically a twin combi lock. I think ASSA, when they bought FAB, they probably gave them the patent for the twin combi, and they made this monstrosity. Okay, this is a fucking fat circlip. Get out, dude, please. Excuse me while I struggle with this. Any second now, maybe, if I don't cut myself. Seriously, please, just leave. Okay, this looks promising. Is this enough? Oh, it's not. Okay, at this point I don't care how will I get it off, I just will. Probably should have used two cutting wrenches, but we're done here. Okay. Alrighty then. Now, follower. And out you go. Let's drop the sidebar and the springs. 1 and 2. Okay, key pins. 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4. Okay, now the finger pins. 1, 2, 3. Comes out with a spring as a bonus. 4 more springs. 5. Okay. Which springs am I missing? 5. Two. No. Yes. 2. And this one. And the drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that all of the springs? I think so. This is a little bit of a mess. All right. So, what do we have here? We have normal key pins, nothing too fancy about them. Let me give you a close-up. There's the normal key pin. Drivers are barrels, and there is also countermilling in the core. Is it visible? I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to show it. There it is. We have the finger pins that are pretty much identical to the Twin Combi finger pins, so you can see those. Fuck, I will find him later. You can see those vertical serrations on them, and the true gate, or the gate, there are not false gates. And the sidebar is interesting, and I think this is the only real difference between the Twin Combi and the Variant, because as you can see, it doesn't have matching, come on, focus, vertical serrations. It has these weird horizontal serrations that don't particularly make your life more difficult when you rotate those finger pins. Maybe it somewhat makes it difficult to lift the finger pins. I'm not completely sure, but the rotating part is not that difficult in this lock. So this is the only real difference. I really don't know why they went with this design of the sidebar, because everything else is pretty much the same. But yeah, the lock was pretty difficult, I have to say, to pick, and tolerances on the barrels were really good, and also the side pins were kinda hard to lift, as opposed to something like a Twin Combi. In Twin Combi or even the SK6, I did not have such problems with lifting the finger pins. So maybe the sidebar did some work, or it was because of the sidebar design, I'm not sure. But definitely this lock is probably the best one that FAB has produced, although it's basically just a copy of the Twin Combi. But yeah, I was very surprised. It was a nice surprise for me to see that this lock was produced by FAB. Unfortunately, it's discontinued. As far as I know, there are only few, or if any, specimen, let's call them, available. And I had a really hard time getting them. So yeah, if you want this lock, it's kind of a problem nowadays. Alright, so that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.